YouTube fam. So please like and subscribe first off. And I've had several people ask me about my calibrated settings for my A80J 77-inch. As you know, with the 77-inch TV, it does have the Evo panel. This is Be the Installer's actual video here, and I put it up here on purpose. As a matter of fact, let me rewind it just a little bit to where he started, basically. And I put it up there on purpose because there's a reason, and there's a little bit of, madness here to the whole thing. As you see, this is Samsung, and you see the 83-inch Sony A90J, and his comparison here is basically comparing the two TVs. If one's worth double the price of the other one, and even though I'm a huge Sony fan of the A90J and the A80J series TV sets, I still think they're the best TVs out there right now to this day, barring the new ones coming out, of course. The 85-inch Samsung QN90A basically hangs with the TV all the way. I mean, there's very little differences, as you see, when you're comparing the two to somebody that's maybe not so much of a stickler. And I'm a huge stickler of TV sets. Of course, I would always pick the A90J over the Samsung just for that simple fact. And as you see, it's making the one look crushed and one look super bright here in this particular scene, but that's not the case. Especially if you get it calibrated properly. You shouldn't have that so much shadowing and darkness. Even though he said it was calibrated, I'm questioning who actually did that calibration, because it looks dark as hell on the video. But it is a video, and it is compressed through YouTube. So what I'm basically saying here is, when you go to get a calibration, the small differences, if you could barely see the differences between the two TVs here, I could see them clearly. Some people can't. But if that's a small difference to you, then I'd have to say for you not to get your TV calibrated professionally, because the differences are very small intricacies and very minute to the untrained eye. And I've had several people ask me to release my settings that I paid close to $400 for to get calibrated. Now, there's a couple things here we could do. I've seen somebody else do this before. He charges everybody $5 each, which I don't think is very fair, considering, they may not like it, or they may like it. So what I'm saying is, at your leisure, at your free will, if everybody just put in $1 or $2, $3, whatever you want to put in, and till we get to the point at least halfway, so if you guys can meet me halfway on the bill there, so we get it up to, a couple $100 worth of donations, I could share the 77-inch A80J settings that Sammie Prescott did. And there's a couple other things involved. It's not to say that you're going to have the settings as good as mine, because the settings were made for my TV specifically, the 77-inch A80J. But it should get you close to where you want to be, because the panel differences are not very huge. There's not like one person gets one panel, looks way different from the other person that gets the other panel. So it should get you close to exactly what I'm seeing here on my particular TV set. So I will put a link below, and if I start seeing people put $1 or $2 or whatever into the pot there, once it gets up to close to half of what I paid for the calibration, then I'll release the settings to the general public. I think that's fair to me, and it's fair to everybody else watching this that's asked about getting the calibration settings from Sammie Prescott, and then everybody's happy. Now, once again, little disclaimer: if you put your $2 in and you don't like the settings or whatever, then that's basically a loss of your couple bucks, or $1 or 50 cents, whatever you put in. I'm not going to ask anybody to put any amount of money in. I'm just going to basically say, if you want to put something in the pot, once it gets up to the halfway mark of what I paid, then I'll release all the settings. I'll make some videos about the settings, and we'll go from there. And then if it works for your TV, you could try it. You could try the 55, the 65, and you could try the 77-inch A80J. I'm not guaranteeing it's going to work for the A90J. You could try it for that as well. But these will be Sammie Prescott's settings. There's the price difference he put on the bottom there. But I'm gonna let you guys check it out and tell me what you think. As far as let's go back a little bit to let that play. But yeah, Beat Installer did an outstanding job on that piece there. I was watching it and I was saying, that's a pretty good piece to actually redisplay. So if you're out there, B, hope you don't mind. But yeah, check it out and tell me what you guys think in the comments section below. I'll leave the link where you could actually put your little donation in there. And I've had this idea. A couple people brought the idea out to me, and one guy even said the $5 thing. So I'm not going to say $5. I'm going to say whatever you have, 50 cents, dollar, $2, whatever you want to do. And then when we get to that mark where it's halfway, I'll set the settings out there for you guys to see. And they are the best settings I've ever seen for this TV. And I believe this TV right here, for the price and what you're paying, you get the Evo panel, you get the 77-inch. It's probably the best TV out there on the market right now. So you guys have a good one with that said, and take care.